Hey everybody, it's Jack Kenna and Carly Hall. We're back again for another Monday night. We're a little bit late because we were up at a friend of ours' house. We just got back. It was about an hour from here. Didn't watch my time too well, so we're almost late completely. But we're here. We're here. We're in there online, and our special guest. I see she just dropped off again. She'll come back. She'll come back. Is Helena King, and I will let Carly introduce her. She's back again. So Carly, go ahead. Tell our friends about our guest. Give us her little background bio and go for it.
Absolutely. So Helena has been investigating the paranormal for over 17 years. She's been running a team since she was 14 years old, with help from her mom, who's still part of her team.
Wow.
She's been seeing and hearing spirits from a very young age, and has learned over the years how to perfect the communication with the other side. She has a very close relationship with her spirit guide, Will, who has been a huge part of her life in the paranormal for as long as she can remember. She also has understanding and experiences with UFOs and extraterrestrial contact. She spent a lot of her life understanding death and funeral protocol throughout the ages, and she fully believes that understanding death and funeral tradition should go hand in hand with the paranormal. You can't understand the paranormal without understanding death and how things are dealt with. She's a part of a death positivity movement and believes that death and the paranormal should be spoken about as they go hand in hand with each other.
Absolutely. And I will add one more thing to that. Her famous pastime is basically harassing Jack Kenna. That's her favorite pastime. And without further ado, I will introduce our good friend, Helena King. Here she is. We're bringing her up. She'll be on in 3, 2, 1. Here she comes.
Hello.
Hey! There you are.
I'm allowed to insult you. Let's just make this clear.
It's your favorite pastime. It is. I swear to God, I think it is your favorite pastime. Yours and Carly's, anyway.
But we should never admit, because now your life is hell.
That's all right. It can be hell. I don't care. I don't mind. It is what it is.
Aww.
So,
if I was nice to you, you'd think something was wrong.
That's true.
I think you were mad at me. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right. I would. I think, oh my God, I must have done something really bad because she's not even talking to me. She won't even say.
Exactly.
She's only speaking really nice to me. What did I do?
Exactly.
You and Alex won't even talk mean to me anymore. I must have really done something bad.
Exactly.
I know. It's perfect. It's true.
You started it, so
I did. I think Alex started it originally. I think. Well, you know.
It was one of you, and I just joined in.
Yeah, I think he started it, and I just went along with it. And it was he found out. Oh, he can take it. So it's all good. I think it started the first time I was on the American Ghost Hunter show with him, and
it started before that.
Did it start? Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. It did start before that when I first talked to you guys online and stuff. Yeah,
because you wanted to know if we were in the shower together and could you have a video.
Oh, you're right. I did. Yeah, you're right. She's right. I did start it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were joking about all kinds of stuff, so I just threw that out there. And then that was it. It was all downhill from there.
It was.
But it's been good ever since. It's been great ever since.
I wouldn't know what to do if we.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do if we always spoke nicely of each other.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm allowed to insult you. If someone else does it, that's not all right.
Oh, a lot of people do it. It's okay.
Me and Carly and Ellen.
Ellen does it. Yeah. Ellen's daughter Sarah does it. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, Beck does it. Ellen's wife. Beck does it, and Sarah's a friend Becca does it. So yeah, it's all good. You know. Actually, I can go on with all my friends that do it, but that's how I. Ever since Barry gave me the name Jerk, nickname Jerk. It's been downhill.
We changed your nickname, but I'm not saying it on live.
No. You can't say my European nickname on live. That's my European one. Jerk is my American one. You know what the other one is, yeah.
I just broke.
Oh my God! Hey, I understand you got somebody else there with you tonight who wouldn't let you.
I have.
There he is.
Oh, he's so
The
cute.
infamous Bowie passed out. You know, he had a rough day. But doing a lot of drinking. You know, it's rough.
And eating toast.
And he what?
And eating toast.
Oh, and eating toast. Drinking and eating toast. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. He's up to toast now. That's amazing.
He's got teeth.
I know. He's getting big.
So
He'll be going to college before you know it.
he likes toast, he likes breadsticks.
Yeah, you know, drinking juice, milk, eating toast, breadsticks. Next step is college. You know, it's just the way it is. You know.
He's not allowed to involve. The other day he stood up on his own.
He did.
And I was like, no.
Oh, did I see that video? Did you show?
I'm like, that's not normal. Sit down.
No, he can do that. That's okay. That's good. It means he's a quick learner. That's a
He's only
positive
just gone
thing.
7 months. He's not.
Doesn't matter. Don't
standing up.
discourage him. Don't discourage him. Encourage him. Say, it's great you're standing.
Yeah. I'm gonna need eyes in my ass. Let's just face facts.
Well, yeah, every parent does. Back of your head, your ass, both arms,
Exactly.
elbows. You need eyes everywhere. The thing of it is, they don't help you. All you do is see more shit going on that you really wish you hadn't.
Exactly.
Some things you're better off not knowing. Trust me.
I don't want to know what you get up
Trust
to.
me in this. With helping to raise, having to help raise 4 kids, raise 3 of my own. There's some things you just don't want to know. And it really is. It gets to the point. I just don't want to know.
Just don't tell me.
They're alive. They're not bleeding. They're not on drugs. It's okay.
Exactly.
They're not drug addicts, anyway. At least, anyway.
Exactly.
They're not alcoholics. Okay. The rest I don't need to necessarily know. You know.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Oh, there was some stuff that went on in my house I didn't know about. You know what? I'm better off for it. Some boyfriends that stayed over a couple of times.
I know that feeling.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but you a dad. You're not allowed to know.
Mom didn't know either. So nobody knew. They came in a window and back out a window. Didn't matter. Nobody was doing anything terrible.
I've done that.
So, hey, you know.
I'm kind of not surprised.
What kid, teenager, whatever hasn't done it, right?
You're
Come
awesome
on.
and you're adventurous. Of course you would do that.
Was that with Alex? Did you do that with Alex?
No.
Let him in the window?
No.
Oh, okay. Then we won't talk about that anymore.
No.
Okay, never mind.
But it did happen. It happened.
It did.
It was pre-Alex, so it's okay. You know, it was pre. It was a long time ago. Don't worry about it. I hope it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Jesus. Relax.
Unless Bowie's climbing through the windows at night or something. I don't know.
You fucking better not be.
Yeah. He's crawling out. All right, we're not talking about anything paranormal. We got people on here that are watching us to hear about paranormal. We're talking about kids and growing up. But you know what? That's all part of life, isn't it? I mean, it is, in a way, all leads to being part of the paranormal because, you know, we live our lives, we grow up, we go through our shit, we die, and we come back and haunt the shit out of people. So
exactly.
You know, it's all part of it. You gotta go through the crap to get to where we talk about this other stuff. We got some few people here. I'm just gonna recognize a few of our friends. Terry Egan, how is it? How's it going out there? Bob Burnell, Shauna Bauman, Don Cristofano. Hey Don, I haven't seen you in dog's age. Hope you're still alive out there in Boston. I see. Barry Martz, Pamela, Sky. Hello, Helena King. She says. Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there. I'm going to post her thing because she says hi to you.
You should add her because she's amazing.
Well, I am. I am. That's why. And I knew she was from the UK. I think I recently added
No, she's
her.
from America.
Oh, is she? I thought she was from the UK. I don't know. Goes to show what Jack doesn't know shit. All right. Yeah.
Exactly. Why do you think we bully you?
I know, that's why. All right. So, but yeah, I think I recently added her, yes, after one of the last shows or something like that. So, Sky, good to see you on. Ruth, our good friend Ruth Such is here. Kathy, Barry, I see. All of you. Hi to everybody out there. Nick, we see you all out there. Good to have you all. Glad you're joining us again. Steve White, see you out there. Good to have you all. So if you guys got any questions, I thought Helena had something from the last time she wanted to talk about, but we can't remember. I can't remember. She can't remember. Carly doesn't remember. But I remember the last time you were on, before you left, you said, I'd really like to come back. There's something I didn't get to talk about. It had to do with paranormal investigating. I don't know if it was a location or your early team you were with or something. I know it was something that was important to you. You did a while back, I think, but we can't remember. So if you got a question out there, Helena is, remember, she is from the UK. They do things a little bit differently out there. They do some very interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was, I remember I don't know, it was the last show, you got talking about there's a school out there that does, or you can take all these different classes, like, right?
Yeah.
Paranormal classes are online, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know people were interested in that. So, and maybe we can post, if you like, you can post the link again for that.
Yeah,
Because I
will
thought it
do.
was very interesting. On that link, there was all this different stuff.
Yeah.
All the metaphysical stuff, psychic ability stuff. I mean, it's all. I think it was awesome. We don't have anything like that here, except
Well,
for me.
over here, apart from you, and
Well, that was a plug for myself, I guess.
I know you,
Selfless
so
plug. But go ahead. No, really, seriously, tell us about those courses. Have you taken any of them from that site?
I
And
have.
please post the site again,
I have.
so people can check it out while we're talking about it.
It's a really interesting site, to be honest. It doesn't just do the paranormal. It's got everything. It's got history. It's got science. It's got
Right.
basically everything you need. But
is it a regular? Well, you don't necessarily call them colleges, or what do you call them? They're universities.
An online university that you can do.
Yeah.
It does diploma courses. It's called the Centre of Excellence.
Oh, okay. All right. Carly, pull that up and see if you can post, because I know, Helena, you're on your phone, so it's hard for you to post.
Oh yeah, like certified courses.
Yeah, if you can post the link back up there for her, Carly, that'd be great. Because
And
I
they've
forget
got-
you're on your phone, Helena.
Oh, yeah.
Or Helena. So I still call you Helena. I don't know why.
It's
Anyway,
fine.
as long as I don't call you late for dinner.
Exactly. I'm never late for dinner if you see me.
Well, as we've discussed before, when I call you Helena, it's kind of a compliment, because I always think of my mother when I look at your name, Helen. My mother was
It's
Helen.
a compliment. I'm
It
happy
is.
with it.
It is. My mother was a very great person to me, anyway. My sisters. I mean, she's the one who really got me really interested in all the paranormal. She had a lot of experiences herself. So, but we're getting off track again. So, tell me more. What did you take at the university? What courses did you take at that university?
I'm working on the ufology one.
Are you really? Awesome. Now, what do you? How is it so far? Do you have like a professor that comes on? You do video chat.
Tuition. It's like video tuition and word document tuition and stuff like that. And you get a study course, and then you get modules that you have to take.
Yeah.
So, and you can do it in your own time. You don't have to rush it. You have to do it within a month or whatever. If you're doing one course and it takes you a year, so be it. It doesn't matter. There's no rush to it. It's learning at your own pace, which is helpful because that thing.
Oh, that cute little bugger over there.
Did he wake up? Did he?
No, he's proper out.
He's out like a light.
But
That's pretty cool that you're that. I mean, those are like real. So they're regular, really online courses.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty cool. Like
And
I said,
if
I mean, we have online courses for colleges and universities and stuff for typical like anything, but they don't have a lot of that. I mean, you don't see these more, like what I do, paranormal or UFO or anything
there's not
like that.
much out there.
No, but this seems like a really well organized site.
It is. A couple of friends of mine have done so many of their courses, and
Yeah.
I got to know about the company through them.
Right. Well, nice thing about that being online is you can take them here in the U.S. too.
Exactly.
It's just you pay it in euros, but it gets transferred to dollars. So
Exactly.
I know the
And
euro is worth more, so we pay a little bit more than you guys do for those courses. But no
I
big
mean,
deal. No
if
big
you
deal. Who
use-
cares?
there is a code, because they're like over here. They're like 200 and no, that's a lie. They're £125 roughly.
Right.
But if you use the code Learn at Home,
Yeah.
it takes 80% of the price off.
Oh wow. Wow, that's good to know. So yeah, I mean, even,
So
that's pretty cheap then.
yeah, if you use a code, if you use the like discount codes,
I'll have to look at it myself.
like for the course, like the ufology course and stuff, it should be nearly £130,
Right,
but
right.
it's £29 because of the discount code.
Shoot. So that'd be like about
$150 around, give or take 160.
well,
Yeah, and
no,
if
she said
take the
40,
code, if
49
you use the
pounds. So
code,
that's I forget what that is in US dollars.
it's £29 in
Or
English, so
29 pound in English. So it's probably
that's about 35.
Oh, yep, 36, 30,
but yeah, I was gonna
$36
say
and
about
36
40
cents.
bucks US, about 40 bucks US.
Yes.
That's
So
cheap. That's cheap. I know it's a little bit less than double. So,
Yeah.
So
but
that's cheap. 40 for 40 bucks.
That's awesome.
No, that's not bad. I should maybe even look at a few of them myself. I
they're
actually
really good.
mine on. It looks like I'm going to be giving mine online from a couple of the colleges this fall because they're still not having people come in yet because of the COVID-19. So, but except with the exception of, we'll be doing that if I can find an actual location that will let the people come in and investigate.
Yeah.
Which I think we'll be able to do because a lot of places are reopening up. So I think as long as we can do the live investigation, doing the classes online is not a big deal. But
Talk
doing the live
to Ray.
investigation is really necessary for my course for what I do.
Yeah.
Um,
But the best person that I know to talk to about getting locations and stuff is I can't remember his. I think it's Stevano or whatever. I can't remember his last name.
oh, I've got locations.
But
It's just
Ray,
whether they're going to be
he
open or
you
not.
I mean, he's already doing stuff with Daryl.
Yeah. I mean, but I've got a couple locations here. It's just whether they're going to be open for doing that type of stuff yet or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're still going to enforce like social distancing, and I think we can do it though, because it won't be until the fall, and they might be into phase 4 or 5 by then for reopening, so it might be a lot easier. Yeah, so we're planning on that, but yeah, I'll be kind of doing mine online, at least the class portions of it.
You should come do them over here.
I would love to, but again, if I could do it online, because people are bugging me to do it online, but I really think to do it properly, you have to do a live investigation.
Yeah.
Now, one thing here's something that we could think about doing. I mean, we could do classes live online for over in the UK, and I could do them with you guys. It'd be based on what you guys could figure out. You've still got your team and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you could maybe take people on the live investigation portion.
Definitely.
And you'd also end up being, part of the online, within the online class, you or Alex. So you'd
Definitely.
teaching what's going on, and then you could give them, if we could work it out, you could find a location there, we could do a live investigation. They could do their live investigation with you guys.
If I wanted, I could get a location now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know you guys can. I know you guys can. But we could maybe do that. We'd have to, again, you have to figure out the cost of that location, and we charge the people accordingly, because we're not paying it out of pocket for them. So they got to pay for it.
One of my team members, pretty much runs the paranormal at our location, so
Yeah.
I can phone him up and go, "Can I have a location?" And he'll go, "Yeah, whenever."
You guys could do that training yourselves.
I would. I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
I mean, you guys really could start your own location over there because you guys investigate a little bit different than we do.
We do.
You do. You'd be kind of learning the American way, but in some aspects, it's kind of a universal way too. I mean, some of it we talk about spirituality, and being spiritually protected before you go on investigation.
Yeah, I mean that's a standard.
Yeah, and that's kind of general across the board, no matter where you're going or where you're learning. And then we get into, this is basics. Again, this is kind of basics, not for people who already know how to do it. It's more basic stuff of people who want to get into it and are just starting to learn. All they know is what they've seen on TV, kind of thing. Yeah, or they may have gone to 1 or 2 events or something.
It's not like TV.
No, God, no, it's completely different. It's
Definitely
and that's what our people found out. They're like, wow, this is nothing like what's on TV. No,
Half the
Much more
time it's
boring,
boring.
isn't it? Much more boring, isn't it? Yeah. They're like, no, it's actually kind of fun and exciting. I'm like, well, okay. So you
Well,
have to sit and review evidence.
do it for nearly 20 years, and then we'll talk about it being fun.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. We've done some, although we've had some crazy investigation stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sky says, I'm going to just post this. Because she just says, we have been investigating, got to go by the we have been investigating, got to go by the CDC guideline, CDC and guideline. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. All right. So they've been investigating still around here, but they're following the CDC guidelines and state guidelines for going out to places to investigate. Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Renee Dykes is here. Renee, hey, how you doing out there, Renee? She's our good friend in Tennessee. I don't see Candace on tonight, but not yet anyway. Maybe she is. I don't know. That's our other good friend from Tennessee. They're actually been investigating down there for over a month and a half now. Down there in Tennessee. Yeah, they reopened a lot of things. They didn't quite close up like a lot of places, states did either. So they still have to wear masks and all that, but and do all that. But they've been investigating down in the Ohio or South Pittsburgh hospital down there, down in Tennessee. It's a cool place. Been there a few times. Very cool place. So we actually going down there again, hopefully this year as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So you guys have been kind of not doing too much because you Bowie and you're raising your son now and all that. Where's the last place you ever went to? Was that the Black Monk House, or was something after?
That was so boring.
I know, you told me. Yeah. You guys didn't get hardly anything there. You didn't get nothing there, did you?
No. Well, no.
Yeah.
Apart
but you found
from
out some extra wirings in the walls or something like that. Somebody added some EMF to the building, did they?
Somebody added some EMF to the building and they denied it, but I've got it on camera.
Of course they did. Although I saw what Nick Ruff and my mind escapes me here. What's her name? Caught there. I found that interesting, and I know Nick doesn't fake stuff. He did catch that one apparition there, which I thought was pretty interesting. Do you think it matters who is there?
Not really. I think it just depends on. It's not the house. It's not the house that's haunted. It's the grounds.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that went on there, right, over the centuries.
It's not the house, it's the grounds. And, we saw someone standing in the garden, but it weren't like it was abnormal. Okay. It's like it was normal to us, but it was the EMF that really annoyed me.
Yeah, well, it does. High EMF really bothers everybody, right? I was in a house once, we were doing an investigation. Ellen can tell you, I was getting a headache. She actually got physically ill.
You could hear it when you walked in.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like this way. You could hear the buzz in your head.
So I took my infuse out of the house.
Good for you.
I
kind of quieted it down, I'm sure. Sky, I'm putting this up there that your thing, so I now know. So
they denied that, but
Helena,
I'm like,
hey Jack, no, I'm a spiritual teacher, and there are all types of people teaching virtually. Yes, I know there's other people doing a lot of virtual stuff. Just my point, Sky, was I don't know of like one online location here in the U.S. that has so many courses like that. That
are actual legal diplomas.
Yeah. I mean, I do know there's a lot of people teach virtually, here in the U.S. and they do their own little courses and stuff like that, which is great. But there's no one organized location for it that I'm aware of.
The only one
somebody does know of one here that's through the U.S. Let us know. I'm not aware of one though.
The only one that we have really that I use for like AutoCAD and stuff for like catching up on like that like technology type stuff, but it doesn't have like metaphysical paranormal
that's what I'm talking
classes.
about. There's a lot of stuff here in the U.S. that's for
stuff that we
like learning a job, like getting a degree towards a job. but
Yeah.
nothing in like what you showed us with that site. I've never seen. a
I
site
mean,
like that
the courses give you an actual university diploma
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
that
You have
counts.
to study. You have to take tests. You have to
Yeah, it's not
show what
it's
you've
not
learned
just
and all that stuff.
yeah, it's not just someone teaching online. You have to put the effort in, and once you've done it, you get a legal diploma out of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's pretty cool. That
that
actually is pretty
count.
cool. Yep. I give you a certificate, but it's not, it's a certificate. It just says you took the course. That's basically all it is. Yeah. I don't certify you in anything. I can't certify you in anything, but I can say, hey, you took the course. Congratulations, you completed
You can certify and being.
it. That's all it says. And I'll put whatever name on it you like, and whatever.
I'm
Anyways,
holding
my
you to that.
sister, I will. Hey, I did it for our friend Candace. I'll have to show you hers.
You're gonna love
Yeah,
it.
I have to read to you what it says. Yeah. You do have a question. It's from my sister Michelle. I'm going to post it up here for you. It says, Helena, have you ever seen someone's soul leave the body in their last breath? Working in an ER, I've seen this occur many times as just a small white or bluish mist.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
was her question too. Have you?
That was my nan.
Oh, okay. All right. So you
Yeah.
were there when she passed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
she had a heart attack at home,
Oh, okay.
and they
Okay.
brought her back, but she was sort of half in and half out the door, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
She wasn't quite there, and everyone was around her, but she waited for me.
Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it is
And
interesting they wait for some people, right?
it was just me she waited for, and I just walked to her and I said, "You can go if you want." I was like, "There's no point, Nan. Your body's not useful anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go."
Just want
And
to hear your voice or see you one last
yeah,
time. Yeah.
and she, as I walked out, it was like her energy was like a goldy white mist. It was like a strange golden mist, but to me, that was my nan.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's might have a slightly different color or something
Yeah,
depending on their personality or their energy or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. 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 I've never actually seen anybody die or anything like that. So at the moment of death. So I've never seen that. But yeah, Shelley makes sense. She worked in an ER for years and years and saw a lot of that. Currently, you were working in ERs at times, and
Well, not an ER or, but a
well, what
trauma
about
or.
OP Med?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
you
like talking about it, but
all right,
yeah.
yeah. But I'm just curious if you ever saw anything like that.
Well, not necessarily seeing, because when you're in the moment like that, you're focusing on so many things at once, but you do notice, you can feel it. You can feel the energetic change. I mean, for my job, I'm like in a case like that, you're looking at the table, you're looking at the surgical site, you're trying to think of what the doctors, 3 different, specialty doctors, like whatever.
Yeah, there's a million and one
There's
things.
yeah. So
Right.
you
That's
can't really
true.
focus on that, but you can feel it. Like it gives you goosebumps every
It's
time.
like a sudden static charge of the atmosphere out of
Mhm.
nowhere.
All right.
And
Well, I make sure when I
the weird
pass, I
thing.
shock the hell out of all of you. Then I'll just send a
Thanks.
charge right through all of you. I don't care if you're in the UK when I go. I'm going to come there and give you an electric shock right through your body. Oh, Jack just
Go
passed.
for it.
Okay. All
Go
right.
for it.
Right in your butt.
Go for it.
No, actually, I'll do it to
You've
Alex.
always wanted to
I'll do it
touch
to
my
Alex. So Alex suddenly just like jumps for no reason. He goes, "Oh, you just grabbed my leg, some shocked me in the butt." You'll know who did it. I
and
won't
I'll
do it
just
to
laugh.
you. I'll do it to him.
Do it. That's brilliant.
I'll make sure he's in front of you when I do it, though.
Hell yeah.
And you go, "Oh, that's Jack just died." What? Yeah, he just died.
Jack, just casual. Jack's
Just
dead.
trust me. Just trust me. Trust me. Jack just passed away, Alex. Don't worry. That was his last. Yeah, he got you before he left.
Exactly. I'll just casually go, "Nah, Jack's dead." Like it's normal.
Yeah. What?
So screwed.
Yeah, just trust me. He told me he was gonna do something when he passed. Yeah, it happened, so it's all good.
I didn't really think he was going to molest you, but he did.
Yeah. My last act is molesting Alex. Actually, that'd be my first spiritual act is molesting Alex.
And then you can carry on molesting from there.
Then God will just send me to right to hell. No, he's gonna make me pay for that. I can't let you in. You got to make penance for that. Oh shit.
That's probably why you helped me out.
Yeah, that's why
Exactly.
I'm still doing this crap after I'm gone, right?
You had to spend 7 years with a teenager going through her demonic stuff.
That was hell in itself, I'm sure. I'll find out one day.
That was your punishment, was you had to deal
my
with me.
spirit was there for it. I haven't been there yet, but when I die, I guess I got to go through that again.
Oh, boy.
Great. Thanks, Lord. Appreciate
Good
it.
job.
Everyone in the paranormal, everyone that is sensitive and can see and communicate with spirits, we've all got it coming when we die. Because because we're not always polite to spirits, let's be honest.
No.
That's true.
I mean, you know,
you gotta,
I try to be as much as possible. I probably said some things sometimes that I thought was like in a kind of innocuous way, but I probably pissed a few off.
Exactly.
There's a price to pay for that.
You can't always be nice to them.
Depends on the spirit.
Because they turn up out of nowhere, uninvited, like assholes, and I'm not sitting there at 2 a.m. having a conversation with someone that I don't know. I'm like, come back.
Well, then they're just being rude to begin with, so you have every right to be kind of rude to them back.
So at my old apartment, I
was just going to post this because hang on for a second. I just want to post this from Nick because he's bringing up the fact about the colors with regards to spirits leaving their body. He said, here's his idea. When it comes to color involving mists or orbs leaving the body, it usually is due to the person's aura. The energy, the essence of the body is being through the air. Okay, so that's a pretty good theory, I think. I mean, it has to do with your energy, right?
But aura's changed.
Yeah, everybody's aura is slightly different. Everybody's energy, what you're talking about, energy is slightly different.
So, if you get angry, your aura's changed.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It goes probably black. Or my sister Michelle would say hers is always black.
That's called the bitch aura. I understand that.
Yeah. It gets worse when you become a mother. Just so you know.
It was bad enough as it is.
She's a mother of 2 boys. Yeah. And one of her boys was pretty rough. So he's good now, but he went through some rough times. All right, here's something from Carl. I'm just going to throw this up here. He goes, I've seen 2 people die, but don't recall any kind of white mist or spirit leaving the body. Yeah, it's Carl's. It could be something you just didn't notice at the time because you're maybe traumatized by the person dying or if it's somebody close to you, you're traumatized by losing someone.
To me, it seems like if you're not around it very often.
Yeah.
And because to be honest, people fear death. Let's be truthful about it. And if you fear it, then you're not going to be able to see that because you don't want to. That's one thing that people don't want to be around. They don't want to be around death.
Yeah, true.
So because of the fear of death, you will block the ability to see.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand it and you're scared of it. So to you, that person's just died, that's it. Right. Because that's what's in your head, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense to me. Carly, I'll let you get back to what you were saying. I got to jump out for just a minute. I will be right back, but you guys talk for a minute, and I will be right back.
Okay.
You guys keep talking. Carly, talk about what you were going to talk about before I interrupted you, and then we've got another thing I'll pop up in a minute.
Sounds good.
Somebody else posted. All right, I'll be right back.
So at my older apartment, I was upstairs in the bedroom, and I was woken up by the sound in our kitchen of dishes being moved around, and my now ex at the time woke up like it was that loud, like it woke him up, and he wasn't a believer of this. He's probably still is a huge skeptic, and so we were waiting for a bit, and the noises kept going on, and our roommate wasn't home. He was actually over at his girlfriend's house, so there's no one else in the apartment. So I get up, I stomp downstairs. It's like 2 a.m. I'm really mad because I'm like, you just woke me up. I go downstairs, I look into the kitchen. It's like pitch black, but you can still hear dishes moving, like in the cupboards or in the sink or whatever. And I go, when you're done messing, well, there was a bunch of swear words, but I'm just gonna censor it. When you're done messing around with all that shit, I go, make sure you put it back when you're done, okay? What?
Me,
So-
I've done that.
So then I go back up, I stomp back upstairs. I'm like, just shut up, enough. I'm trying to go to bed. I go back upstairs. I come down the next morning. No one else has been in the house. I'm the first one up. I go down, and my garbage is pulled out of my garbage bag and strewn off across the floor.
You pissed them off.
And I know exactly who it was, too, because there was this one spirit in that apartment that he had ginger hair. He was a smoker. And you could smell the cigarette smoke just coming off of him every time he was around you. I was the only one that could smell it. But, like, he was very sassy and very, like, he'd like to do what he wanted to do. And I was like, dude, you need to get the hell out. Like,
no, I love sassy spirits. I find them amusing. I can't help myself.
That was funny, though. I was like, okay.
I can't help it.
Sorry.
I love sassy spirits and spirits that have a little bit of attitude. I find them funny.
It makes it interesting.
I can't help it. To me, it's just amusing because we've got two little ghost kids that follow me around. Right?
Aw, that's adorable.
Edward's 8, Bethany's 6. Edward, how do I put this politely? He's a little arse. That's how I'm going to put that one. He turns the TV on when he feels like it. He turns the volume up when he feels like it. He'll change the channel. He'll turn the lights off. He'll open doors. He'll chase my dog. He goes round skies and scares the crap out of her.
Aww. But he's a kid. He's cute.
You're talking about me again?
Yeah.
I am a nightmare. What about me?
He's a nightmare. He's loud, but he's one of them kids that is loud and it's just cute.
Yeah.
But because he's a Victorian and he's grown and he's seen how the world's changed, he sees things very differently to us.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got such a warped sense of humour, it's unbelievable. It's just not... It's not normal.
Oh. Hey, well, if you didn't have it, you'd miss it.
I'd miss him, yeah. He's a cutie.
That's cute.
No, you wouldn't.
And it's to the point that, like, Bowie will be in his walker.
Yeah.
And he'll start pointing at no one. And laughing.
Yeah,
and
Not at
grabbing
no
out
one.
for Edward.
Oh, yeah,
Not
babies
at no
can
one.
see
He grabs
and
out for
young
Edward.
kids-
He's like, that's my
young kids-
brother. I want him.
Yep.
Aww.
Yeah, young kids can see all kinds of stuff.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to post this one up because I just want to bring this up. Jennifer McCart says this, going back a little bit.
Remember the last time Jack left us?
Yeah, this is a problem in our field, mostly about theories. I just wanted to bring that up because...
If you don't know what I'm on about, just go watch the show. Same scenario.
It's true. It's true.
Do
So
we
is
have
that your
any
theory
random
on
questions?
spirits? Is that your theory on spirits then?
Because I can't see anything. I'm on my phone.
Oh. Well, do we have any... Can you guys see me?
I can see you.
Oh, okay.
Do we
Can
have
Helena-
any questions
Let's see, Helena.
or anything?
Yeah. I don't know if... Ask Helena if she can see me.
Helena, can you see in here, Jack?
No.
No, she can't.
That's what I was wondering. Hang on a second.
Wow, you guys do very well with not hearing each other, but like answering each other and talking to each other.
What, me and Jack?
Yeah.
I know.
Can she see me now?
Can you see
That's
us
It's
now?
like, no, it's like, just hurry up. I don't know what. What? This is your show, dude.
Yeah,
Seriously.
can you see me or hear me? Because everybody else can.
She can't.
She can't. She can't. That's awesome.
Where
I
is
can say
he?
what I think about her. I'm right here. I'm in the spirit
Is he
world.
insulting me? Because I will tell everyone.
No, I
I
haven't.
don't like being
No,
a
I have
little
not
man.
insulted her yet. Tell her I
No,
have not.
don't mess with me, man, because I'll tell everyone exactly why you left the screen.
Tell her I'm going to take her down for a second, bring
And
her
it
back.
involves
That's
Viagra.
He's gonna take you down for just a second, but he's gonna bring you back, and hopefully it'll fix it.
Okay.
Now you can see me. Okay, I'm going to bring you back now. Because I've been on for like 5 minutes and you couldn't see me.
But you guys were doing very well talking to each
I
other.
was asking
even
you
though
questions and you seem to be answering me. Can you see me now still?
I can.
All
I
right.
preferred it
That's
when I
something.
couldn't see you.
I can take me back off again. It's no problem.
Nice, all
Yeah, I
right.
was actually asking you. I didn't know you couldn't hear me or see me because everybody else could.
Oh,
And
wait,
so I was asking you questions, and you actually kind of seemed to be answering a couple. So it was kind of weird.
now I can't see her. Or hear her.
You can't see her here.
No.
Oh my God!
I'm looking
I'll
at my
take you
live.
down.
I'm like, I know she's up there.
All right, I'll take you down and bring you back up.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Yeah, something weird. Oh, it's the spirits working. Must be your kid over there that's working on stuff. I should come back in 3, 2, 1. Is everybody good now?
No,
Yeah.
I can't see her.
You still can't see me.
her? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Carly off completely, and I'm going to send you the link, or click the link to come back, Carly.
Okay.
All right.
Be right back.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Must be this damn program again. Anyway, so that's interesting. I heard all about you talking about the kid and all that stuff. That's that you have your spirit child.
He's a little ass.
Now
No,
you can
he
see
is.
everybody. Okay, I'm bringing her back. Well, kids are right. I think of a spirit child.
I can't
Can
see
everybody
Jack.
see Oh my God! All right, I'm leaving. It must be me. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna shut my camera off, and I'm gonna bring myself back, and we'll see what happens. It's a great time, people. People, you have questions? Ask Carly and ask Helena any questions you have. Carly's gonna answer them. I'm gonna try to come back. I will be back. Then probably Helena won't be able to see me. We're back to square one.
I can hear him in the other room, but I can't.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, God.
You know what? I can solve this. Hang on.
You're going to solve the situation.
Yes, I'm gonna
Why
sit
don't you
outside.
sit on
I'm
the
gonna
same
sit
car?
outside of his room so I can hear him. But
All right, I'm back.
I can see you now.
Helena, can you see me? Just say no,
What the hell?
because I know you can.
Why is it always our shows that do this?
I don't know. It's not. It's not. It
because
happens
you're
to a
making fun
few
of the
of them.
sassy spirits. That's why.
Yeah, the spirits are affecting.
Well,
Oh, you know what it probably is?
live with it.
It could be. Well, somebody could be trying to affect us. Carly, myself, and the rest of our other
God.
team that we
Every
belong
time.
to. The rest of our other team we belong to. We actually just did. We actually dealt with a true demonic possession case 2 Sundays ago.
This is
And
amazing.
this was an actual possession.
This is amazing.
It started with the daughter.
Every show we do, something goes wrong.
Yes, true. It's true. Something does go wrong, but I think it might be related to something we did recently.
There might be some residual stuff.
Yeah. Can you see me though, Helena? Helena, can you actually
This
see
is
me?
too
still?
good.
Helena, you can't see Jack, can you?
No,
Oh shit! I thought we had it resolved.
I can't even hear him. Why don't you just sit on the same camera like normal people?
Here's. I am.
Oh, I didn't
she
think of
is.
that. Oh, now I
Oh,
can
she
see him.
took herself off. Yeah. Yeah. What? That's weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
This is amazing.
It is amazing. I bring Carly back in. She's nice. She's actually coming into the room. So this is going to work out. She's going to come into the room.
Yeah, because I said, why don't you just stay on the normal same camera like normal people?
I hear her bringing her chair over. Well, because it's always worked out. No problems usually. But yeah, every time we have you on, it must be that UK-US connection. They don't want us talking to each other.
No.
So here she comes. Let's see if I can do this.
Floating head.
Floating heads. Well, now everybody can see you well. They can see Carly a little bit better. I think this will work. We'll make this work. I don't know how, but we'll make it all work. It's gonna be all good. Let's try this. Yeah, she's way in the background. The other one looks better. So anyway, the reason we could be having some problems. Now we did it the other way. Now we'll do it this way, just because I can. So I'm screwing with everybody tonight, just because I can. Now you can see both of us, right? You can see my
Yeah.
ears on top of my head. Okay, good to know. My antenna. Okay. 2 Sundays ago, Carly and I were participated in, and we actually called the people in. We did a actual exorcism case. The daughter was actually possessed. At one point, it actually did move to the mother. It kind of fooled us, made it think it was gone, and when we left, the daughter called us. The mother was still possessed. We had to go back, even though we had spent 2 hours after it was over talking to the mother and the daughter, and they took communion and everything else after we had done both exorcisms initially. We left. It was about 20 minutes into our going home that, yeah, the daughter called us back. The mother had locked herself in her car. It was acting strange. Took her blessed metal off again, and just was. And we got back there, and Carly and I had to try to get the woman out of the car. Finally tucked her out of the car, and it was a demon. It was an actual demon. Because I ended up having to talk to it, and
That's
it was
insane.
talking. It was, yeah, it really was, and I never saw anything like it. There's a lot of stuff that happened. I can't get too into detail. I can't use names, but I was not the exorcist. I have a friend of mine who was an exorcist who really dealt with it, but we had some other friends of ours there who had to assist with all that. So there was like 6 of us all together.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
No, it reminded me. I'd never either. Honestly, we've done deliverances and stuff like that. This was an actual true, which are very rare, possession case, where a lot of it was stuff you would see on TV. Minus the green pea soup and the head spinning around. Yeah. Kind of all the other like taking 3 to 4 people to hold somebody down, all that stuff. Yeah.
You're so appropriate, you are.
Yeah, well, that was Carly who came up with the green pea soup thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but you said it.
She said it. I just repeated it. You couldn't hear her in the background. Speak up, Carly. You can't speak up because I got my headphones on, Carly, so they can't hear you.
Hi.
Now you can hear her. All right, as long as you can hear me, then okay. If you can hear me, I'm happy with that much.
I can hear you.
All right. So we are back on. So you can hear me now, but you still can't see me, so that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. As long as you can hear me, Helena, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I can hear you.
Right, and you can see Carly, though, right? So
I can see Carly.
Okay, we're all back. All right. So sorry for those technical difficulties, everybody. We are rebroadcasting. It's a new broadcast, so should have everybody back in a moment. Let's hope so. See if everybody jumps back online. But yeah, we always have problems. You're right. We always have some kind of problem. I'm going to try to switch to a different program. I think a lot of the problem is the program itself. So I might have to switch to a whole new system here. So it looks like we are live again. Yes, we are live again. Okay, so welcome back, Bob Burnell says. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
It's good to be back. So, yeah, so we had some technical difficulties. I had to actually restart the entire computer. Helena can hear me now, but she can't see me, which is fine. As long as she can hear me, she can at least hear my questions. I'm not going to mess with what's going on.
Just leave it.
I know everybody online can see us all, so everybody online can see all of us. And it's broadcasting all 3 of us. So that's a positive. All right. So we were talking about, what were we talking about?
Sassy spirit.
4 of us. True. Yes. It is 4. That's right. Bowie is there. He's eating, I see.
Oh, my gosh, that's so cute.
Oh, the kid's hitting the bottle. The kid's hitting the bottle again. Damn it. What time is it over there, too? It's like 4 in the morning or something? I don't know.
No, it's only 2.
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, the kid's hitting the bottle? Holy Jesus.
He's a milkaholic.
He's a milkaholic. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's awesome.
I don't know why it's soy milk and it tastes like potatoes, but
Yeah. Well, he likes it.
makes
You
his
know,
poo
hasn't
smell
gotten
like burnt popcorn.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You know, he hasn't developed all of his taste buds yet. That's the thing. So, you know,
You
we all
idiot.
taste the same to him for the most part.
Here you go, buddy. He pulled my effort up.
Oh no, he wants to be on the show. He wants to talk. I want to talk. So we were talking about. So you have a child spirit that kind of hangs around with him
2.
that he can see.
Mhm.
2 that he can see.
Yeah.
And he laughs and giggles. That's a positive then.
It's cute.
You know, that's a good thing. Yes, Barry Martz, we are back. Yes. Yeah, it took us a little while, but we got back. I had to restart the whole computer system, Barry.
Joe broke it.
So we are back. So if you guys got any questions, I did break it. I always break it. Somehow I always break it. See, it's when I took that break.
Exactly. You ruin
I
it.
hid myself for a minute. I shouldn't have hid myself. I should have just left it up there. I should have known better. I should have just left it up and walked away. So
Yeah, but you
instead of
didn't.
hiding.
You showed off and you ruined
I
it.
know. I learned my lesson. So,
Hang on, I'm
but it's
popping it
supposed to
back in.
work. It's supposed to work. So if you guys got any questions for us, everybody who's come back online with us, if you guys got any questions for Helena, please ask them. If you got any questions for us, I was talking about the exorcism we had been doing. Yeah, and I hadn't seen anything. The only thing I can compare it to is I don't know if there's anything I can compare it to. I actually never saw anything like it before. I mean,
I've
that's
never experienced anything like that.
was
I
a
mean, I've
true-
experienced
it was
angry
a
spirits.
true possession case. Yeah, I mean, I have too, and I've dealt with deliverances, which is when somebody's either under oppression or
Yeah.
they have an attachment of some kind. I've dealt with demonic oppressions, which are completely different. I mean, they're easier to deal with because the person is not. Well, let's put it this way: the demon's not inside the person, right? So, yeah, but that's the first actual, I would say, possession case I've ever done, and it made sense to what came out from the family during that different. Especially from the mother, something she had gone through that she never told us or anybody else about until the very end when she needed to ask forgiveness for what it was. I don't want to get back. I don't want to get into what that was, but it was something that made sense as to why maybe this demon had kind of
Attached
made
itself.
contact with her
Yeah.
ages ago, decades ago, and bided its time to make its move, because time is irrelevant to them anyway.
Yeah.
30, 40 years to us is nothing to it. So,
Exactly.
So it was very strange. It was very strange having a conversation with the thing too.
But that's
which
that's
is just to really buy time until everybody else got back. So
I mean that's
you really shouldn't
another
talk.
huge difference between like the UK paranormal and the American paranormal is over here you rarely hear the word demonic. You don't hear it. It's not thrown around. We don't use it very often.
No, in here it's overused. But there is times when you run into true.
I mean, it happens,
demonic
but
cases.
it's just not something
It does happen, but it's rare. Again, it's very rare.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that you don't really hear. I mean, you hear it, but
not unless you're over in the UK. Unless you're involved with that end of things within, any church you want to talk about. But they deal with those things, but they don't talk about them much. And it's not talked about within even the community because it's kind of taboo to talk about it. Because if you talk about it, then you'll bring it. right? I know that's the belief system, part of the belief
Yeah,
system.
but I mean,
So,
they do talk about it if you ask them, but again, it's still something that's not. It's not something that you hear. I mean, you can ask them and they will tell you about it, but even to them,
yeah,
it's not something that is very common. It's not at all. Over here, it's not used. You don't hear it very. It's like maybe 1 in a million you'll hear the word demonic come out of someone
well,
who's a UK
yeah. I
investigator.
mean,
I don't hear it.
right, because it's just. I mean, there's all kinds of spirits out there. We all know that.
Exactly.
There's all kinds of things out there, right?
Exactly. I
There's
mean,
negative spirits. There's just human spirits that well, some of them are benevolent,
arseholes.
some of them are nice. Some are assholes. Some they were jerks in life. They're jerks in death, and some aren't. Some
Exactly.
are just they like where they are and they stay there.
Some are
It doesn't mean they're evil.
but they just want to hang out.
Some are desperate for attention, which
Exactly.
is why they act out.
Mhm.
Why people get
Exactly.
scratched and hurt. I'm sure there is other negative things out there, but again, majority of it's not.
Because
I do think people are influenced by true demonic things, but that doesn't mean you have a possession,
no, not at all.
right? Yeah, yeah. But this was an actual possession case. Never saw
That's
anything
crazy.
like it. Never
That
saw
is crazy. I
anything
mean,
like
we've dealt
it.
with.
I'm sure, I hope I never actually see one again.
Yeah, it's not something
Even
that I'd
if
want
I'm
to be
helping
involved with.
people, yeah, it's not for everybody.
No.
I knew we had good people there, and I knew we had a good group that could stay and deal with it, and they did. I think most people, or most teams that hadn't seen anything like that, would either just think the people were just totally insane and leave, or they just wouldn't be able to handle it and they would leave.
Exactly.
I know some investigators who could handle it. I know ones that could. I also know ones that would say they could, and then when they really were confronted with it, wouldn't be able to really deal with it. And that's
Yeah.
fine. It's not for everybody. I'm not picking on those people. It's just it's something that you either feel called to help with, or you don't want to be involved at all.
I mean, that's the
Exactly.
reality of things. I mean, this is super hardcore. Like, that's literally good versus evil. So that you either
Exactly.
can do it or you can't. It's nothing to
And
be
you better
ashamed
have
of.
strong faith when you're doing it too. Yeah, you have to have
Absolutely.
strong belief in your faith.
Hmm.
To really do this. Otherwise, you're the next
I
to be
mean,
possessed.
doing it like when you say you're strong faith, not everyone believes in the same faith. So no
True, but if you
exorcism
have a
performed
faith
by
that
another
you
faith.
strongly believe in, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking
No,
about faith in
yeah, but
whatever you believe in.
whatever your faith is, whatever you strongly believe in, no exorcism is going to be performed the same between all the faiths because we
That's
all do
right.
it differently.
Exactly.
That's correct. That's correct. Some don't do it at all because they don't believe in them.
Exactly.
Some don't believe in demons at all. They believe that you create your own demons. So everybody's different, but I'm just saying if you're ever confronted with this kind of thing, you have to have a strong belief in whatever faith it is you believe in.
Yeah, you
Or
need to
you're an
be
easy
protected.
target for these negative things.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm not talking about Judaism. I'm not talking about anything.
That's the same about anything in life. You need to have.
That's true.
What you give out is what you get back.
Yeah. You have to have, and it has to be a positive thing.
Exactly.
You have to have a lot of positivity about you. You have to have confidence that you can help these people, and whatever it is afflicting them is not going to afflict you.
Yeah, you have to.
Because of the faith you have in what's protecting you.
I've got a dead leg.
I've
I've got to stand up.
No, that's okay. So that's what we're talking about. I mean, that's all we're talking about. Hey, Ed Broderick's on. He's was another one of our guests. Great guy. And
I mean, it's like
it's weird when you get into that kind of stuff. So
I've gone dark, but I'm still here.
I know you're moving
See,
around.
I'm wandering.
Making more formula, are you?
My legs have gone
Oh,
numb,
okay. That's
so I'm
your legs are
wondering.
good. What were you? What were
Sitting
you
there
like?
cross-legged,
Sitting
and Bo's
cross-legged or something? Yeah. See, yeah, sitting cross-legged. Yeah, that'll do it.
fat, so my legs went dead.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. If anybody has a question for Helena out there, or any of us regarding the stuff we're talking about, or something else paranormal related, please throw out your question to us, and we'll be glad
I
to
mean,
answer it for you.
it's like I've dealt
And
with angel
MJ says,
spirits.
and MJ makes
Yeah.
a good point. MJ says faith instead of fear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I would tell you this: I wasn't afraid of any of it. I was
No,
guarded because I know what they can do.
but you should
I
be
was guarded
guarded.
against it, but
That's
I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid of it. Yes, you
Mhm.
have to be when dealing with these
anything
extremely
paranormal. You
negative
have to be
things.
guarded because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, yeah, because you don't want anything, even just a human spirit. You don't want to kind of attach into you and following you home. They can cause you enough problems as it is.
Yes, like the
and
angry spirits.
spirits are sneaky little bastards. They will hide and they can lie.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
will lie.
yeah.
It's not a secret to them. People that believe everything that they say straight away, no, question them because they're probably lying.
Right. Not every spirit that tells you it's a little girl or a little boy is.
I just throw those bottles all over the floor because I'm classy. But yeah, they will lie to you. Learn. You have to listen to them because most of the time, if they're lying to you, their story changes. So ask them the same question again, but reword it.
Yes,
Yeah, we've had that before too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that. We do that on a lot of investigations. I don't just take one
Reword it.
answer, supposed answer,
Mhm.
reword it, ask it again, see if you get the same response.
Because half the time
So
you
here's
won't. Because
They're BS in here.
right,
exactly,
right.
asshole.
So here's something from Barry. Yeah, exactly. They're assholes. Here's something from Barry. He says, Jack, I may have asked you a related question like this previously, but for this demonic possession, did you have find or ask the name of the demon to hopefully gain resolution of this demonic? We again, I was not performing the exorcism, but we did try to get the name from it. Um, well, the individual performing the exorcism did. It never actually gave us his name directly, but this individual has done other deliverances and exorcisms. It did tell him that he already knew its name. So that it could be either to be one of two things. It could be lying to him, or it could be the point that it was a demonic he had dealt with in a previous case.
The
Whether
thing is with
as not necessarily a possession, but it could be as an oppression, something like that.
exactly the thing with
Now
evil
he never re-said
spirits.
the name. He didn't buy into it and didn't re-say the name. But we never actually got it to say its name. No,
The thing with
but
evil
trust me, it's
spirits is
gone.
something that I've noticed is they have a habit of doing their best to confuse you
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely.
for their own
That's the
gain.
whole point.
Which is important to
Yes.
stay grounded
Exactly.
Hmm.
Don't
so that
get
you don't
too
get confused.
confident.
No,
Exactly.
I
never
think
think
that's
you have
part
the
of the
upper hand.
problem.
Never
That's
think that you have the upper hand.
No.
It doesn't
No,
matter if the
don't ever.
spirit's demonic, evil, or just a normal person. Never
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
too confident because there's
Yeah.
a high
Oh,
chance
David.
you're wrong.
David,
It's same in real life too when you're talking to actual people. Like
Exactly.
if humans will do that to you, they will do it in the afterlife. It doesn't matter if they're
Exactly.
alive or dead. So,
Exactly.
right.
it's important to practice with everyday people as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm hot, so I came outside.
Like me, when I pass on, do you think I'm going to be honest with you?
No, you're going to be the biggest ass going.
I'm going to mess with you, man. I'm going to mess with you completely. I
Exactly.
will give you a hint. I will give you a hint in the end that it's me.
Oh, no issue though. It's going to be pretty
Well,
obvious.
you'll pick up on who it is. You will pick up on who it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I will tell you
I
to
told Carly, I said you'll get one word that will come through.
Baldy.
If you try to talk me, no, it'll be jerk.
No,
Jerk.
Baldy.
No, it'll be narwhal.
Nah, it'll be jerk. She knows me as jerk. So.
Narwhal.
Narwhal. Probably, of course, probably only part will come through and it'll say wall. What wall? What wall are you talking about? No, narwhal. So it keeps coming through as wall.
All right,
Narwhalicus. Star
for
of the
me-
Narwhalicus.
For me, your word to me is toupee,
Yeah.
and if you ruin it, it's over.
No, I thought it was
Toupee.
Sharpie.
Sharpie! That was the best book I've
Sharpie.
ever
Yeah, could be
invented.
Sharpie. Well, I'll have a couple options for you then, at least, anyway, won't I?
Yeah, you will. But yeah, it's just.
I'll have a couple
He'll
options.
be able to put variety.
Just
So
listen for one of those
we
options.
each-
If you're
we
doing
each
EVP
have a word.
session, listen for one of those options.
I will do. That'll be amazing.
And I'll be saying burst session. Do a burst session. You want to hear this right away.
Exactly.
Don't wait 2 months to re-listen to the recording.
Exactly.
Burst session. Re. Yeah. Here's
Aw.
Nick Mall's gonna say this. Been a witness to an exorcism myself 3 years ago. Actually, currently writing a short novella about it. Was even offered to have a movie. I tell you, that's one thing. It's one thing I really wouldn't do. I did write down, or began to write down, my experiences, and the things that happened throughout this entire case.
Yeah.
But that was for my own edification. I would never.
I would want to put
I
someone.
would never write it as a book for anybody. I would never try to sell it off, because you know what? That's up to the family.
It's a personal
To me, that's
thing.
up to the family.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a very personal thing. That's something they went through. I only helped them. You know,
Exactly.
and my part was just being able, because of some friends of mine teaching me different things over the years, I was able to identify what was really going on.
Exactly.
Go to our individual who's the exorcist, explain everything to him, even doing certain tests to see if the person is possessed. There's certain
Exactly.
things you do to see, because these were Christians, these were Catholics. So you want to work with things within their faith. So I did, and was able to tell that they were having aversions to all these different things that they shouldn't. I even had the thing confront me previously. Didn't like me, didn't want me there. You know, and then the girl would come back and not be able to explain why or what. Now you might think that's, you know, she's bipolar or something like that, but it wasn't that. I have friends who are bipolar. I've seen their outbursts.
Me.
It's nothing like that. It's completely different. No, I haven't even seen. No, I haven't seen that from you. But
hide.
this is completely different. This is complete. Yes, you do.
I do. I watch.
but- Yeah, I know you do. But this was completely. You watch this person completely change in front of you. I mean,
Yeah.
the girl's eyes dilated completely in a lit room.
That's crazy.
Explain that to me. She's not on meds. She wasn't taking meds. She's not on anything that would make her do that. We were with them for hours before that happened.
That is crazy.
They didn't
You could
take it.
feel
They
it,
were with us
too.
the whole time. They didn't take anything. You could feel the energy
Yeah.
shift. You could feel the change.
I mean,
You know, you
the
knew
thing-
something else was there.
the one
And that
thing-
was after I pushed well, it didn't know it, but it was a blessed metal in front of it and said, I want you to pick that up. And then backed away from it, head went down, see the eyes roll back, lifts her eyes back up. They're completely dilated, and it's a completely different voice.
Yeah. The thing that with the
Those are tests. Those are just
Yeah,
tests.
you have
and you
to
just
test it.
kind of like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. Yeah, and you kind of ignore what's happening and pretend it's still the girl. You try not to let it know you know what's going on, even though it's showing itself to you.
Exactly. I
You
mean,
know?
I've
And
noticed
it
with
knows that you know. You really can't hide that. It knows that you know.
exactly.
But
I mean, the thing with a few teams that I've noticed, and it's teams that follow ghost hunting shows and think that they can suddenly do it
yeah,
because it's on TV,
Mhm.
is they don't question anything.
no.
You need to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you
Absolutely.
just make everyone else look stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to go out and have fun and ghost hunt, you know what? Go to events.
Exactly.
Now, rent a place that you know it's haunted, but it's a pretty much safe location. go do that. You still might come home with an attachment because you just don't really know exactly what you're doing. That's part of
You
what we
never know
cover in
what
our
you're getting.
No, and that's part of what we really cover in our course is those
I
exact
mean,
things. You don't know what you're getting.
a lot
Be
of the
spiritually
time,
grounded.
we've had a few people contact us saying they've got like demonic spirits, and they're just really angry.
Yeah.
It doesn't make them
Yes.
demonic. You have to
I've
find
had
out
that
why
too.
they're angry.
I've had that too. Yeah. Yeah.
You need
Demonic
to ask them
cases
why.
And they're just
are
angry.
very, very rare.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
True
why.
demonic cases. I mean, people can be influenced by spirits. Doesn't
Yeah,
have to be demon either.
no,
They can pick up on the anxiety and the anger of another spirit that can be
exactly,
influenced on them, and they can be angry for no reason.
exactly.
That usually tells you, well, it could be that spirit that's making you feel that way.
I mean,
And you may find they have a haunting going on, but you've got to sort through that. Is it
we've
really just the person, or is it something else?
yeah, exactly.
Go
We've
ahead,
had
Helena.
a
I'm
case
sorry.
where a spirit was generally really angry and really upset, and this is why I say you have to understand the funeral industry to work with the paranormal. Because a few teams had been in there and didn't understand why he was so angry about being embalmed. They didn't understand that. Why would you be angry about that? But to me, I understood it because that's such an intrusive procedure.
absolutely.
And a lot of people don't realise your blood is just put into the sewer. You're not collected. It's not disposed of properly. It just goes down the drain. So your life force is vanishing.
Yeah.
And he was angry about it.
Yeah.
But people don't realise that sometimes spirits are angry about how their body has been treated. And people don't know how to deal with that because they don't understand that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. That's true.
I've had
And they're angry because of what you did to their body. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they
I've
didn't
had
maybe even think they were dead.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
some people just can't understand how they go hand in hand, but they do. They have to. Because you do come across spirits that are angry that they've been embalmed or are mad that they've been autopsied because,
They're just angry that they're dead.
yeah, they don't understand why their vessel
Right.
is being cut up and
Right.
used. Because autopsy, your organs aren't put back in order. They're just put in a bag in your stomach. You're not
Right.
put together.
Yeah.
And as someone who is a new spirit, that's got to be difficult for them to understand.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand the death industry, so they don't understand how to explain to the spirits that it's okay. There's none of you missing. You're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no one for them
people
to talk
don't
to
get that.
about it.
Exactly.
Like the spirits,
Right.
no one can hear them,
Yeah.
so they feel confused.
Yeah.
No one will listen to them, and they feel
Exactly.
Confused,
disrespected.
angry, lost. I
Yeah.
mean, and desperate for somebody to hear them.
Understand.
Absolutely.
And that's when people can get bruised, scratched. All these kinds of things can happen.
Yeah, it's
Because the
anger.
spirit is desperate. I always tell them, think of it as a drowning person. You've just reached out to this person who's desperate to try to get somebody to hear them. You've reached out to them. They heard you. And with a drowning person, you've gone out to save them. Do you think they're thinking about that, or are they just trying to stay above water? So they're going to grab you, push you under, drag you down with them.
Exactly. They're reaching
Because
out.
they're panicked. Because they're panicked.
Exactly.
And spirits can be panicked too.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realise that.
No, you got to think about that.
I mean, and a lot of investigators, they don't understand when I say you should understand the death industry. You should understand how it's performed, what an autopsy is, what embalming actually involves.
Right.
You will encounter spirits that don't get it. And you have to talk to them. And if you don't know what you're talking about, you can't comfort them, which is part of your job.
No. Yeah. Well, a lot of people just think it's to go out and try to talk to a ghost and catch it on audio or video.
No.
Part of your
That's the
job
fun
is
part,
to.
right? That's
some
the
of
fun
our
part. That's investigating.
some of
Well,
our
that's ghost hunting.
yeah
Right?
some of
That's
our
two
clients
different things in my
It's different.
yeah some of our clients include spirits.
Exactly. You have
I've
We're
to
had
not
that
help.
just
too.
there for the people who are alive. We're there for the dead.
Exactly.
Sometimes we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it turns out to be.
To be honest,
Here's
I'm
a question.
more helpful
Oh, go
towards the dead than the living.
ahead. I try to help both when I can.
Yeah.
I don't like people, so.
The dead are less scary than the living sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's a question from our friend Ed. And actually, I'm going to ask Ed what he thinks. His own question. I'll show it here. Are demons spirits of the Nephilim? The ones that were destroyed in the flood, he goes on to say. And that has to do with the Bible and stuff like that. Well, Ed, I know what I know. They're fallen angels. I mean, but the Nephilim, I believed were, unless I'm mistaken, I thought they were the children of
They are.
the angels
So
and human female.
the angels
They
that
could
fell
also
from
be
heaven.
demons too, yes,
Yeah.
because they came from the fallen angels. Yes.
So the angels that fell from heaven wanted to pollute the bloodline because this was before Christ was born. So that's why the Virgin Mary had an immaculate conception. So they polluted the bloodline by conceiving children with actual humans. It also was a huge slap in the face of God because humans are God's perfect creation, their most loved creation. So they are hybrids between demonics and humans. They're the in between. So
Right.
they're like a
But they also perished.
in the flood.
Yep. So yes, they could be demons. There's a possibility. That was kind of another question that led to things. Can a human soul that goes to hell be brought into the demonic order of the hierarchy of demons? Because there is soldiers, right? So could a totally seriously evil human soul be kind of cast into the role of a demonic soldier, so to speak, of the hierarchy? It's a good question. I always thought it was a good question. It's just a question. I'm not looking for an answer. It just gets
It's possible.
Huh?
It's possible.
Could they
Anything's
be-
possible.
I
Could
do
they
think
be
it's possible.
bribed
Anything's possible.
in a way?
I mean, bribed.
Like they lie. Demons lie. They, people,
Demons always lie.
sometimes they sell their
Spider-
souls. Is that what happens when you sell your soul? Is that what you're becoming a part of?
Selling it for something that you've been told will be given to you. The problem is with a demon, he lied to you to get you to do it.
Yeah.
Hence the
I have-
question.
So
Every
you
I
don't
have
get.
a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are some of the growls that we hear on videotape, are those like actual spirits, or could they be like Neanderthal spirits roaming the world? Are they like, because
I
everyone
suppose
has their own
possible.
language. Everyone has their own language. Sometimes it's actually not words.
Yeah.
Could it be like the spirits
Everyone
of those
had a
people
soul.
that?
Every
That's a good
human
question.
being had a soul. So maybe it is. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think
Could just be an animal.
It's one of those
Yeah.
questions that, yes, could be an animal, could be a human spirit that's just pissed off, letting you kind of know in some way that they are pissed off.
Not
I don't
every
know.
growl
Or trying
is
to pretend to be something they're
scary.
not. No. No. I actually have heard what sound like dog growls. Not even
We've
crazy.
got dogs barking
And I think that's what they
That's
were.
cool.
and
Oh.
like cats meowing.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did.
Even though we're in the middle of nowhere and no one's around, and there are no dogs.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
And Bob, yes, we do know
I've had that happen.
Jack's door closes on its own. By the way, that's not paranormal. We have.
I was
wind
gonna
drafts.
say, if somebody thinks that door,
No,
I
we
pushed it closed. I was gonna say, I knew
Okay.
somebody was gonna think that, and I'm like, I actually reached back. You didn't see me. I reached back and I pushed it, and it closed on its own. I was going to say, if somebody thinks my door just closed on its own, it was me pushing it shut.
Okay.
So,
We also have cats and wind like from the air conditioner. So
yeah,
Wait, it's not
there's
paranormal.
nothing crazy in this house. There's nothing
No.
bad in this house. There's nothing that does that in this house.
No, there's nothing in this house.
I have a few family members that come and go from time to time. That's it. So if you see something like that weird happen, it's either a cat or it's me or whatever. Yeah, I actually reached down behind me and pushed the door shut.
Sneaky.
So that's I am sneaky that way. Well, I just I didn't think about it,
See, now this.
But I knew
goes
somebody
into-
was going to think my door shut on its own. I knew somebody was going to think it.
Now this
I meant
goes
to say
into the how investigators could take what looks like paranormal and totally claim it as paranormal. Like if you could have totally said, "Oh, I didn't touch the door," and even though it looked like it, you could have said it was paranormal.
That's the problem with the industry right
and
now.
Nick, I just want to put up Nick's thing here because what I was talking before about, I wouldn't do that or whatever. Nick, that really wasn't meant at you. I'm just saying in general, I myself kind of wouldn't take what I just went through this case. I just went with his family and do anything like that with it. That's all I'm saying. Your own situation is your own situation. What you witnessed with that whole exorcism and stuff is your business. Only you know what you went through there. You can do, it wasn't what I said wasn't an out hit at you. I just want you to make sure you understand that. I was just talking in generalities.
It's a personal.
Yes, it is. It's just not something I would necessarily do, even from my own perspective of it. I mean, I talk about it here, but we've just talked about it here, and I gave no real information on who the family is or anything like that. But and if you do it from that perspective, it's kind of a way you could talk about it. But even then, you got to be a little bit careful what you say and what you talk about, and But Nick, do your own thing. It's okay, bud. And it was not a shot at you at any means, by any means. I just, just saying this. With my own particular case, I wouldn't consider doing that. That's all.
Yes.
But that's everybody's different. And Ed, I think we answered your question. Let me see. Who else did I have? I thought I saw a question from. And David Dean was talking about fallen angels. Listen to one voice and obey Jesus Christ. There is power in that name. That is true. What we did find is and I had been reading about this more often, is a prayer that's used, at least by the Catholic Church in many more exorcisms, is the Hail Mary. And boy, did that thing have a reaction to that. I will say that much. It had a very negative reaction to that.
Yeah.
That particular prayer. And I was saying it a lot in the background while our exorcist was going through the whole exorcist liturgy, prayers and whatnot, and it definitely had an impact. I mean, it did not like that mention of that name or that prayer at all. Very interesting. Very interesting. And it is a prayer that's used much more often by the Catholic Church in exorcisms. And yes, they do perform exorcisms. They don't talk about it too much. But interesting enough, our current Pope, Pope Francis, is an exorcist. He did much of that down in South America. And he's performed exorcisms himself. Very interesting to know. And deliverances and stuff. So yeah, it's very interesting. That's why it's a little bit more talked about, I think, in the Catholic Church more these days, just because of his own, what he did and what his belief systems are. So,
Yes. And Barry asked what this is.
David Dean says this. Yeah, it's an ice cream cone.
This is Narwalicus.
That's well cute.
It's the horn of her Narwalicus.
Yes.
Or narwhal.
This is Star. She's my narwhal.
Which is it's a whale. That's up in
with a horn.
the Arctic.
It's a unicorn whale.
with a horn. It has a horn.
So my
Yeah, some
favourite
call it the
whales.
unicorn whale.
My favourite
Which
whales
is
are
it?
belugas.
Belugas are super cute.
Beluga.
I
Yeah.
know.
Ellen used to call me. No, I shouldn't say that. All right, I'll say it. Ellen used to say I was her beluga whale or something like that. Used to call me beluga.
But they're not my favourite animals, so
Chelsea used to call me a wombat.
my favourite animals are orangutans.
Oh, those
Ellen
are
would.
cute.
Are
They're
they
funny.
really? You like those things?
Yeah, I love
They're kind of
I
cute. They're
love
pretty
great.
funny.
They fascinate me. They're so human. Yeah,
They are in a way. You're right. They are very much
they
so.
are. I
They're very
mean,
smart.
we share something like 90. We are like 96 or something like that percent. Like it's in the 90s or whatever. Genetically identical to great apes.
Yes.
To great
Yes, I
apes.
think it's 96%. I think you're right. Yes, it's like not. You're right. It's like 96%.
We only differ.
Oh, here's a question from Brenda.
Yeah, 96.
Very small percentage of DNA. Yep, very small percentage of DNA. From Brenda Anderson, what does it mean when a spirit tells you to get out? It is in a home you. Oh, hang on. It is in a home. I cannot get it to leave. Any suggestions?
I
Okay,
can
Helena,
answer
there you
this,
go.
but
So she's dealing with this spirits telling him to get out. It's in a home. She can't get it to leave. What should they do?
What should they do, Helena?
you want me
I'm
to be
throwing that to you.
honest? You want me to be honest?
Yes, be honest. What would you do? What do you do when you
I've
run into a
learned,
situation
me
like that?
personally, learn to live with them. You're in
Yeah,
their
when
house.
you're doing a case, yeah,
At the
learn to
end of
live
the
with them.
day, at the end of the day, most of the time they are angry and they tell you to get out and they're pissed off because you don't acknowledge them and you're not polite to them. And what people really need to understand is there are more dead people on this earth than there are living. They're not in our world, we're invading theirs.
Wait a minute.
They're,
That's like who came first, the chicken or the egg?
they are not invading our world. They were here before us. There are more souls on this earth than there are living people. We're in
Yeah,
their
but
world.
people were here first.
Yeah.
Spirits
But
didn't
now,
have the earth before there were humans.
now we are in
Okay,
their world.
you're saying now,
Now we are in
centuries,
their world.
centuries
We're
later.
Yeah. Centuries later, we are in their world. There are more of them than there are of us.
Well, I would agree with this much. You're probably living in a house that they lived in before you.
Exactly. And most of the time, and it's worked so many times with so many cases, learning to live with them, talking to them, maybe saying good morning to them, it helps.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Because
true. I do think that does
And
help.
she says she's not afraid of it. So you could totally, it's like a mutual relationship. You could.
exactly. I mean, what you've got to think is if that was that person's house before you were there, they are still in there. That to them, that is still their house. That is still where they were. That is where they lived.
Hmm.
You are now living there. If you were that spirit, how would you feel?
Okay, she goes on to say, I do talk to her and acknowledge her. I'm not mean to her. Okay, so what's the Brenda? Then I would ask what the issue is that you want her to leave. You want this spirit to leave. What is the issue that's going on?
I mean, have you changed
What's the
something?
problem
Have
now?
you done major renovations in the house? Because that pisses people off.
Yeah, yeah. You changed your home, and a lot of times I find if in some cases if you explain to them what you're doing ahead of time, things are quiet.
Exactly.
They
It's.
know it's coming. It just doesn't suddenly happen. So
I find that with me, because I was brought up spiritual, I was brought up pagan and around spirits my whole life. So to me, learning to communicate with them and learning to acknowledge them is more fair than to tell them to get out of somewhere that you're invading. It's their space too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
If you can learn to live with them and get along with
say
them,
I
and that has to be on both sides. It has to be both ways. They have to be willing to respect your rights
but
and
you talk to them. That's the best
own
thing.
space.
The best thing you can do before even thinking about removing a spirit is to talk to it. Because how would you like it if you were that spirit?
Yeah, because not every spirit should necessarily needs to be removed. Yeah, you're going to get mad and you're going to tell them to get out. And she says the dog is petrified of that room, but I don't know which room you're talking about, Brenda. I don't see where you mentioned it prior. So if you could give us a little background on that. Again, why, if you're being respectful, what's happening with the spirit that you do want it to leave? So if we could get that reasoning behind what you're asking us here, maybe we could have a better understanding of what your personal situation with this particular spirit is.
I mean,
because every situation can be different too. Maybe
Exactly.
she is trying to be respectful of it, and it's not being respectful of her.
Exactly. I mean,
Maybe it just doesn't want anybody in the house. I mean, it could be like that it doesn't want anybody in the house, or maybe it doesn't like her animals.
It doesn't understand why you're in its house. I mean, we live on a Saxon settlement, like slap on top of it.
Right.
And they don't get why we're here. But I would never go out of my way to tell them to leave because they were here before me.
Right.
I
guess it's the animals that petrified in her son's old bedroom, from what she's saying here. All the animals shake in that room. The house is the same for 32 years. No changes. I can sense her. She has a mean personality. Well, you say you can sense her and she has a mean personality. The animals reacting that way doesn't necessarily mean a spirit is mean. They're just picking up on spirit, and animals don't necessarily just always like that feeling.
Exactly.
They just don't necessarily. It doesn't mean the spirit themselves is evil or negative. Just animals just don't always react positively. If it is a spirit, even they don't always react positively to spirit energy.
Exactly.
It's just their way of saying, "Okay, I don't like what I feel here."
I mean,
that doesn't mean that person is negative, or that spirit is negative or evil.
Exactly.
There's a lot more that comes into that. That's why you have people come in and investigate for you if you feel you have a problem. But I would just try to explain to her that, hey, I live here. These are my pets. They're kind of my family to me. I hope that you would, at least respect that. And if you don't want them in this room, okay, then I'll try to keep them out of that room.
Exactly, because
it's just one room,
space. That could have been her sanctuary.
Could have been her bedroom. Yeah, it could have been her bedroom at one time, the spirit's bedroom at one time. So, you may have to come up with that agreement that, okay, the dogs won't go in your room.
Yeah,
exactly.
They'll go in a different room.
Or she could, the spirit could, kind of remind her of somebody that she didn't really like when she was alive. It could be like so personally, I would go in, maybe stand outside the room and just introduce yourself and say, this is me. I want to get to know you, but friendly, please don't. She said she gets scratched whenever she spends time in that room. I don't want to be scratched. Really set your ground. I would actually practice grounding and shielding in that case so that they wouldn't be able to touch you. And maybe carry some crystals on you.
Not all scratching.
It almost sounds to me. Yeah, I mean, it almost sounds to me like if it is a spirit that's there. Again, I haven't been to that home. I haven't investigated, so I really don't know. But if it is a spirit, it sounds like it really just doesn't like the animals, and it's upset with her because she brings the animals into that room.
If it's one room,
so it's acting out to her. It seems to be what she's talking about, the one room.
Yeah, if it's one room, don't let the animals go in the room.
Yeah. And
Just
tell the spirit that, say, look, okay, maybe you don't like the animals, I'll keep them out of this room, but I'm still going to use this room for my own purposes first things.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
you need
like
to
a
understand it's
compromise.
my house now, and
You're
I'll
welcome to
respect your
stay,
wishes.
but we have to learn to live
You're welcome to
together.
stay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't. I don't want to be having any more scratching, no more of this, no more of that.
I'll
But I
respect
will
your
keep the dog.
wishes if you respect mine.
Right, I'll keep the animals out of this room. Right.
Because I think that is the
That may be
problem.
Yeah, it seems like it's going that direction.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you can keep the animals out of that room, still use it for your own purposes. Make that clear because it is your house now. And if you've been there for that long, you know, um, if the animals are a new introduction to it, could be just it says just one room. So I would just try to keep the dogs out of that room. Let the spirit know you're going to keep them out of that room, but you're going to still use that room for your own purposes. Obviously, it doesn't sound like you didn't mention your son having any problems in that room, so
exactly. I
I'm going
mean,
to assume he never had any issues.
as weird as this sounds, and it is super strange, right? In the house that
It
we
says
used to
no,
live
get
in,
out or pay rent. I agree with it.
in the house that we
At least
used to
nobody
live
pitches it.
in our
Yeah,
attic, there was a man. So it used to be his office, like he's hidey hole, his man cave,
yeah.
and he had a lot of attitude. But as weird as it is, every time we went into the room or anyone went into the room, we told them to knock before opening the door. He calmed
Huh.
down. We never had an issue with him
Yeah,
again
yeah,
because it was
yeah.
we weren't being polite to him.
Mhm.
Right,
So we would
right.
knock on the door and then open the door so he knew we were coming in. We weren't just barging into his space. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
And
politeness.
Yeah, Brenda says thank you to us. Try that, Brenda. If you still have issues after, you may take a few times to try it.
If you still
But
have
if you're still
to,
having issues,
I'll
let us know.
give you some more advice. But what I would say is
Yeah, reach
just
out to any of us. Yeah,
talk to her, introduce yourself, let her know that you're sorry that the animals are going in there. You'll try and keep them out. If they do go in there, apologise to her. Maybe
yeah.
like knock on the door before you go in so that she knows you're coming in and you're not just barging in. Because it seems
Point.
like
Good.
that was her personal space.
Yeah, it seems like it. But it
Uh,
must have been that previous person's bedroom
exactly. Her personal space, and to her
or
that's
whoever it
still her
was.
safe space.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
still her
yeah. I mean,
safe
that spirit could
Exactly.
have been one of the first people to live in that house. Maybe
exactly.
she died in that room. We don't know. We
Exactly.
don't know.
Just
So, but yes, just be
manners.
respectful and try that and see if it works. If it's still having issues,
Like for
then
example,
there's other things that can be done.
if a living person was in a room, you wouldn't just walk in.
If it was my
You'd
kid,
knock.
I might.
Well, yeah, if it's your kid, but if you are in a room, if you're in a
Hey, I
house with,
don't walk into my sister's room downstairs. No, I
you'd
like
knock.
Yeah, like
knock,
say
I
it's a
yell.
roommate. A
Exactly.
roommate that
You'd
pays
knock on
rent.
the door.
Yeah. You wouldn't just barge in whenever you wanted. Yeah.
Why do we treat spirits differently?
They're humans too.
Because
Exactly.
people don't think of them as people.
But they are people.
Yeah. I
They
mean, all
were.
in all, that's what we
There's
are.
still a
That's
human
what we
soul.
are. This is just a
That's
shell.
that's your true essence of what you,
Yeah.
of who you are.
This
This
this means
this is
nothing.
no,
This
it's
is
just a shell.
temporary.
It's a flesh bag at the end of the day. It don't mean anything. We're
Yeah,
worm food.
your soul is who you are, and that's what you're dealing with. There is somebody whose soul is still there. So treat
Just
them with respect. I tell that to people. I say, you know why? I tell investigators. They always say, "Oh, we always get out. We always get this." I said, "Well, you know what? If I was a spirit and you came into my house and just came in and started asking me all kinds of questions, hey, do you know you're dead? Or what did you do when you were alive? What do you think I would tell you? Get out."
I wouldn't be that polite about it.
No.
Well, it's the best probably spirits can do, right? I mean, human spirits only have
But
so much energy. So,
a lot of the
but they're going
time
to tell you to get
people
out. You're being rude. Get out of my house.
people
You're being
don't
rude, right?
treat them as humans, and just because they don't have a body, it doesn't mean they're not
Hmm.
human. They are.
Hmm. I've been to
That's
events
right.
where
We
people have treated them as entertainment.
Or
yeah,
they talk down to them.
Mm.
Like
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
died and they have no brain cells left and they can't think for themselves.
Mm. Well, the thing of it
Well, they
is,
can.
again, people don't see them as a being. They just see them as a thing. Ghosts are a
Exactly.
thing.
They're not.
No.
No,
Not to
is a
me.
human
And I
soul. You're
think
talking about the human.
it's harder for people who don't have
That's really what
abilities
you're talking.
that can see them, because like with Helena, like, and myself, we physically see them. They're people to us because we can see them
Exactly.
and feel them. It's different for people who can't do that because it's something that they can't see, that they're scared of, that they don't understand. That is a whole nother dimension of.
I've noticed that with people that can truly see them, not people that say they can but can't. We all know some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
People that
that's true.
truly see them get upset and angry for the spirits if they see someone talking to them,
Mm-hmm.
talking down to them, being disrespectful to them.
Yeah.
You get angry for the spirit
Mm-hmm.
and you will stand there and you will
Right.
argue the point of the spirit because they can't do it for themselves. You
You're their
have to do it for
voice.
them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You want to see something to that effect, people? Hey, we're getting on our time here. We're coming up on 10 o'clock for our 1 hour, 2 hour show. So, but if you ever want to see a case similar to that, where the spirit reached out to us and we actually were able to help get her story out again, it was on Haunted Case Files. It was called the Jamaica Plain case, I think. Check that out. That's where
We've
spirit
actually
reached
got
out.
we've actually got
We were able to tell her
S07. Like
the what? I'm sorry, Helena.
we've got full SB7 conversations with spirits about like a World
Oh
War
yeah.
One soldier that was telling us about how he died, where he was based, he didn't smoke and everything. It's all on our YouTube
Hey,
channel.
yeah,
But
yeah,
who
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you want? Yeah, another thing is we're wrapping up. What do you want to say to people? What do you want to leave them with? Where can they check out your YouTube channel and all your stuff you guys got going on? Go ahead, plug it.
We've got Berlin Paranormal on YouTube, obviously. On Facebook, Instagram. Bearing in mind we
Berlin
haven't done
Paranormal,
as in
as
and
in
Berlin.
and yes, I love that. So check them out there,
Who
and
I'm
that's
blood
everything. It's
related to, so it's good.
all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. And then Alex has, well,
The
and you as well. You have the,
American Ghost Hunter show.
yep.
And Daryl
So check
left
that out.
us. Selfish.
Yep.
And that's on
Yeah,
Paranormal
well,
Warehouse.
happens.
Selfish. Daryl, if you watch
Yes.
this, selfish.
Selfish. Yeah, I'm sure he said you can't do that anymore, Daryl.
Selfish.
Hey, he gave it up to be on TV. What do you want from the
How
guy?
dare
It's
you leave us?
Ghostbusters. Hey, you know what? There'll be a time
you.
he'll come back. When his contract is up and show's no longer on, which could be years from now, but he'll come back.
He hasn't gone. I swear him and Alex are like in a bromance. Proper strange.
I know. He's still in the
And
backgrounds. We know he is. He just can't be on the show. That's all.
exactly.
We know
And then
he's from the backgrounds back there.
we've got Living Paranormal magazine.
Which is awesome.
Correct. Great magazine. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. It's called Living Paranormal Magazine. It's a great magazine.
It's
I read
on
a couple
Facebook, and
articles.
you can find it on Facebook. It's a free online magazine. Just type in Living Paranormal magazine.
Yep.
I
Living
can't really
Paranormal
remember.
Magazine. It really is a great magazine. You guys do a great job with that. You know.
And I'm just going to throw a plug out. If anyone wants any art, like posters, logos and stuff, we have to do that as a business. So I'm going to do that as well. Just
That's
going to throw that one
awesome.
out
There you
there.
go.
You're an awesome artist, by the way.
There you go.
Thank
If you
you.
guys need turn it
Amazing
from
work.
them, and if you've got a place they can reach you for that, let them know.
Yeah, it's called Aha Designs. AHHA. Don't ask me, Alex made it up.
You're also
But you know
on
what?
Instagram.
Type it here on Facebook. Yeah, when you get off of here, type it up on the Facebook page, and just post all your links that you want. I will share them, make sure they get shared out there. But post the links out here on this site after you get off with us, and we'll be good. As always, Helena, pleasure having you on the show. Very much a pleasure. Always love
I love
seeing you.
being
Always
on
love
the show,
chatting with you.
you know that. You're on the American Ghost.
You'll be back at some point. What's that?
You on the Ghost Hunter show Monday?
Am I?
Yeah,
When?
Monday. You know
I'm supposed to be
Monday,
on
the
Monday.
day of the week.
This come.
Yeah, Monday.
Did I forget? I must forget. It's probably in my schedule. It's probably in my schedule. What time am I on?
This is why you gotta tell me stuff, man.
I
So
got a lot
can
of
write
stuff
it
going
down.
on, Helena. I forget. This is why I have a schedule.
He's so
Yeah, because
useless,
I
right?
have to. That's why I keep a schedule.
I'm supposed to be his
It pops up
secretary,
the day
man.
before. It pops up the day before and tells me, "Hey, you're on this show tomorrow." I'm like, oh, okay.
It's not my fault. Alex told me tonight, and I was like, what?
Yeah, you sure? I'm gonna check this right now. He probably did. I bet you I don't even have it in my schedule.
But yeah, apparently you're on
Monday, huh?
Monday.
No, I don't have it in my schedule. What time am I supposed to be on?
I don't bloody know.
All right. Well, tell him to get in touch with me.
I think it was the same time as tonight.
8.
Oh, 8 o'clock?
I
That
think
sounds
so.
right. That would sound about. All right.
And
I'm just going to
guess
put it in as 8.
guess who's hosting?
I was just on it not too long ago. Why would I be back? I don't know.
Yay.
Because I
That's
want to
awesome.
book
Who's
you on my own
Aw.
show.
You're gonna be hosting.
I'm
you
the
gonna be hosting?
host. So you're in trouble.
Oh my
It's
god!
gonna be an awesome show,
Now,
guys.
you didn't even tell me. You just did this right now, didn't you? I wasn't
No,
scheduled. You just scheduled me right now. I know you did.
bitch, you was
Well,
scheduled. It ain't my
I
fault
put it
you're
in my
old
phone.
and you forget.
I put it in my phone now. Okay, I put
It's
it in my
not my
phone for
fault.
Monday.
It's not my
That's
fault that
Monday the
every
29th.
yeah, Monday the 29th. But it's not my fault that every hair that falls out of your head, a memory disappears with it. That's your own fault.
There's not too many. There's not many left, is there?
I
I need
next
newer
time
hair.
I
I
cut
need
my
hair
hair,
like yours.
next time I cut my hair, I'll send you
Send
some
me,
hair. You'll be naturally
send me some
ginger.
hair. Please do.
Or
I would
just draw
love to be. That'd be
sharp
perfect.
marker.
I just keep
Red
thinking about the
Sharpie.
Sharpies.
All over red Sharpie.
Just draw it on with a Sharpie marker. I don't know where that came from, but that was an amazing song. That was an amazing song.
Oh, good Lord.
No.
All right, we gotta let you go. Remember to post all your links on here, okay? Even after we're done, you can still post links on the Facebook page. Do that for us, please. Appreciate
I
it.
will do.
Great seeing you again.
Love you guys.
And I'll talk to you
Love you
Monday.
too.
Talk to you
Love you,
Monday.
Carly.
All right, bye
Love
bye.
you too.
Bye.
Bye.
And talk to you Monday.
Bye bye. Talk to you Monday. All right, so that's it for our show tonight. We hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got some answers, answers questioned, and questions answered. So, whatever that is, I don't know. We'll see you all next Tuesday, and don't forget, I'm going to be on American Ghost Hunter Monday at 8 p.m. I'm not sure if they record that and then or airs later, or if it airs. I think it airs live. I think it's YouTube. American Ghost Hunter. Check out their thing. I know it goes through YouTube. So check it out. You'll see me again. You can ask me some questions then. They got a great show. It's a great show, American Ghost Hunter show. So check it out. Good night, everybody. Bob Burnell. Good night, Brenda, Carly, Barry, Ed. Respect spirits, Ed. That's right. I totally agree. Nick asked, Jack, just before you guys go, did you get my message from last week? Nick, I can't remember. I'll have to look. I think you sent me something. If you private message it, I will look for it. I've had a lot going on. Carly and I
We've been
both had a
super
lot going
busy,
on.
guys.
Especially
Sorry.
with that other case. Actually,
Yeah.
it took us almost a week to recover from that case. So, Nick, I will look for it. If I didn't get it, I will reach out to you and let you know. But I will look for it, Nick. So I apologize if I haven't gotten back to you yet. All right, everybody, you guys have a great night. We love you. We miss you. And we'll see you next Tuesday and Monday. Good night, everybody.
Night.